I come in the kitchen. You in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Morning Dinner Podcast. It's your boy, Key, man.
Chuck.
And today, well, actually, I should probably intro what the podcast is about because we haven't done that since last year. Welcome to the Morning Dinner Podcast. We are a podcast based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, where we interview entrepreneurs, creatives, and hustlers. And this episode has been a long time in the making. We've actually got two very special guests in the house, Jeff and Carlo from Smash Iron Fitness.
What up?
What's good, everybody?
Yeah.
What's good?
Hola.
You guys want to give yourselves a quick little intro, kind of just let people know who you are, what you do?
Yeah.
So we're Smash Iron Fitness, baby. We're a competitive athletic training facility located on Sahara and Rainbow, 2350 South Rainbow, to be exact.
Hit him with the plug.
Yes.
Nice. Right to it.
How you do it, man? But yeah, man, we specialize in training, in personal training, and making people feel like athletes and making people athletes in general. You know, having a facility that we can facilitate high level athletes and high level people, and at the same time have an environment where everyone's welcome and everyone can learn from everybody.
Nice. So you guys both are co-owners of Smash Iron Fitness, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's that, man? It's something I've been meaning to ask you guys for the longest time. What was the journey of actually creating your own gym? Because, you know, especially at such a young age, because like I feel like actually owning your own business is not something that people do till like their mid-40s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
You guys inspire the shit out of me when it comes to grinding and shit like that. So like, can you guys please explain to me the process of when you guys decided to actually like come together, or did you guys come together at first, or was it like later down the road? Did you guys meet and decide to start the gym? How did that work out?
Well, me and Jeff have been actually working out since like forever. We actually were LVC buddies,
Soulmates,
you know, and soulmates. Yeah, always just in the gym, you know, and grinding and whatnot. And essentially, you know, the owning our own gym was always the idea, but we actually went our own little ways, you know, to learn what we needed to learn. Jeff went his and I went mine. I actually started personal training. That's where I started at City Athletic Club. I felt like I needed to get back to people, you know, like I had a crazy transformation and I transformed my body, and people were like, dude, how you doing? How you doing this? How you doing this? And right when I started, you know, being like, hold on, like this is like people are reaching out to me, like let me try to, you know, help people out. That's where I just started giving back and just started personal training. 6 months. I'm like, man, I'm paying a lot for rent. Like maybe why don't I pay myself and start like buy my own equipment? Mm-hmm. So actually, that was kind of a funny story, man. This guy Jay is the owner of City Athletic Club. Jay, I don't know if we want to put names out there right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I basically said, I was like, yo, man, like I'm ready to start my own business. Like I want to open my own gym. And that's it. And he's like, you sure you want to do that? I'm like, I'm pretty positive. He's like, well, there's a lot of gyms around my area, and yeah, I basically took them out of business once I came out of here, and then you know, like they're all here now. You know, they're all here, and you're not going to be successful if you want to start.
Damn.
Do you still want to do this? He even double asked, do you still want to do this? I'm like, yeah.
There's a different Jay.
Yeah,
Okay.
different Jay. Yeah,
Okay.
Jay. Yeah.
I was like, you used to work at City Athletic? What?
Different Jay. And he literally asked me if I still want to do it. You know, and that was a decision. I was like, you know what? This is it. Like, I want to do this, you know? So basically took out some credit cards, started buying my own equipment, and started in my garage. You know, that's where Smash Iron Fitness kind of started, was just in the garage.
So like your home garage?
In my home garage.
Damn, that's tight.
And then started just training my clients there. And along came Nick, along came Jeff. And that's where it all started, honestly, man. Like Nick, unfortunately he's not here. He's the brains of everything. Like I like to set up things. I like to build things. You know, I'm the builder. Like I like to feng shui things. I like to feng shui the gym. That's my thing. Like I like to keep things, you know, in places where people can work better, you know. And Nick, though, he is the programmer. Like his insight and his knowledge of training people is just on another level,
it's
man.
ridiculous.
Like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
I've had a couple conversations with Nick. He's I always sound like we got to have him on his own episode because I feel like he could just rant for like 2 hours straight.
Yeah, exactly. 2, 3, 4, all day,
seriously.
every day.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like but and then all of a sudden like Jeff comes and he's like, yo man, like I want to do this. Like he was like he's gonna tell you his story a little bit, and I'm like, yo man, like let's do it, man. Like me and you, let's do it. You know, let's blow this up. Let's blow this up, man.
Tight.
And I see Jeff as the exposer. Like he exposes things. Like he exposed Smash. He exposes Nick. Like he is like the marketer. Like he does all of our content. And I give it up to Jeff for all that stuff because like he makes us look bigger, 10 times bigger than what we are. You know.
Yeah, social media is that is so crazy.
It's key.
Like if you're not marketing and if you're not constantly like on the internet, you might as well not be appearing as a business. Period. You know, like, you don't
is
exist
key in a business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Realistically.
Yeah. So, like my quick little background story is, ever since I was a child, I wanted to go to the NFL.
This is Jay, by the way.
This is Jay. I'm Jay, by the way. Jeffrey, Jeff, whatever you want to say. But yeah, ever since I was growing up, I wanted to go to the NFL. We were dominating back in high school. We beat Bishop Gorman, which was they're always number one in the whole country. So that's a huge accomplishment for us. So we've always had that high prestigious, I guess, level of competition to sort of say, to just dominate just in everything that we do. So coming out of high school, I thought I was going to get a scholarship. That didn't happen. So I went through like a deep depression. I wanted to end my life. I felt worthless. I felt like a piece of crap, towards my family and everything.
That's real out there, bro.
Yeah,
people do get those feelings.
Yeah, no, like for real. Like I had negative habits, negative thoughts every day. I just woke up, went back to sleep. Woke up, went back to sleep. Just I didn't feel like it, And then I had like this realization, like, you're better than this. So after that, I signed up to be a hospital corpsman. So I also signed up to the Navy SEALs to be a part of the Navy SEALs and serve my country because I feel like that's my purpose. My purpose is to serve people, serve not just like people around me, but serve like millions and billions of people. As a leader. So that happened. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to be a hospital corpsman. I'm about to serve the country. I'm about to, do all that. And 3 days before going to basic training camp, I got pulled over by the cops. Got caught up with paraphernalia. And I was like, on the curb. I was arrested, and the cops was looking at me like, you're a failure. You're a F up. You're this, you're that, you're this and that.
He was that kind of cop.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's bad. And I was just like, I was just boogers everywhere. I'm just like, I'm a failure again.
That was the bad part of your life right here.
Yeah, and then literally a week after that, I got introduced to entrepreneurship. So my good old friend Kendall, he actually tricked me into going to actually the BMW dealership right across the street. So this was like 6-7 years ago when I was like 21. And that's where it ignited my soul. And I was like, damn, if we could do that, like all I knew was 9 to 5. And I never knew about the entrepreneurship lifestyle and like investing and everything like that. So we got introduced to Vima, the Vima Bima team. Shout out to the Vima Bima team out there. You know what I'm saying? Bang, bang.
No, what's the Vima Bima team? You got to let me know what that's about.
Dude, Vima Bima team was honestly one of the best experiences of our life.
For sure. 100%.
It was a network marketing company.
It was a what?
Network marketing company.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And it was a
pyramid scheme, basically. I've
been in one. Yeah, I know what it is.
I mean, like, it's not a pyramid scheme.
It's not a pyramid scheme.
It's not.
No, hold on.
You'll retire in 2-3 years.
Before we even go down that road, I will say, like, people say pyramid marketing is like, or network marketing is like, oh, it's a scam. Like, no, it's not.
It could work
if you put in the work
exactly.
and you do and you make it's because it's like starting your own
marketing.
business.
Yes.
Like, how do you make money? You sell things, right?
Yes, exactly.
Oops, somebody's phone just went off. I think that's mine.
No,
it's not.
That's
Okay.
mine.
Forgot what's going on with this. But yeah, any job that you work, you're only bringing revenue by selling something.
Correct.
And it's like you call it a pyramid scheme because you're not willing to put in the work, really. You know what I mean? So sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, like, and I think that's a good way to launch this is that it's a business. If you want to be successful in anything, you have to put in 110%. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, people, 95% of the people are not willing to put in 110% in whatever they do.
Yeah.
And so that's why they like to put the blame game, and then they like to blame everybody why that didn't work. And all of a sudden all that shit talking comes, and that's why things don't be successful, because they don't put that 110%. But going back to the Bima team,
No, it got like dead quiet right now. Did you put the gate back on Jeff's microphone? Because bro, you was breathing into that microphone. He was like, hello.
No, but I mean, I would say it was a successful team, man. Like we built it up to like maybe like 100 people, and like me, Jeff, were one of the main leaders. Again, me and Jeff were one of the main leaders in the team. And we had meetings, and we inspired people to change. We inspired people to come out of the 9 to 5. We inspired people that they can do whatever they want to do. And it wasn't even the product I wanted to sell. I wanted to sell the dream. Like I wanted to sell the point of like, hey, like, you know what? Like you can do whatever you want to do if you want to put the time in. You know what I'm saying? This is just a vehicle to get you there. Like you can use this money to wherever you want to go, but like you can do it, And so like I was using that as a platform to speak to people, to get that, to ignite that out of people, because like this industrial revolution is just recent, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, like everything was about trade, It's like I'm gonna grow corn and you're gonna grow whatever, let's trade, you know what I'm saying? Like people were business owners, like back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Even I think in like the early 1900s, like everybody had a business.
Exactly.
Everybody
100%.
owned a business.
And then just recently too, they just created schools, and that's where 9 to 5 comes in.
Yeah, it's the form of training somebody to be to follow a certain path in life. Yeah,
basically be a robot.
Yeah, I saw a video on Facebook about that, bro. I know what you mean.
You gotta stay woke. You know what I'm saying?
Stay woke.
You just gotta. I mean,
hashtag.
Yeah, you just got to look into things, man. It's like how we live in society now is not how we used to live before, and it's not how we're gonna live in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Things are changing. Things are not how it is in 1940s.
I would just say it is crazy that you can be somebody who lives at home all day long and have a thriving business without ever leaving your house, just by drop shipping and doing things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. My lady's cousin in Cali, he's making an extra like $2,000 a month just selling stuff on Amazon.
And you don't have to be big.
Stuff.
You don't have to be famous. It's income that just comes in. We gotta figure that out, bro.
2019, man, get with it or get lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like the train is moving. Choo choo, you better get on it. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go to Tony Robbins masterclass.
Spend $10,000. Yeah, let's do it.
What are we doing?
How do I make another 10,000?
Sorry, man. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no. I mean, that's it, man. Like Bima, honestly, like it what Jeff said, it ignited something in us that never ignited before. You know, I personally, for me, like I started public speaking, and and that was great, man. That adrenaline rush when I was trying to inspire people and stuff. That was great, man. And that honestly, like everybody that was on our team is now successful in whatever they're doing now, because we made them read the books, we made them do the things, like we made them do the follow-ups. Like we were business owners at like 21 years old, and now it has carried on to our lives now. And which is great, it's like people can start, there's multimillionaires at the age of 16 now. Like it's it's insane, man. It's like the money's out there, go get it. Like you're literally sitting right on it. It's like whatever you guys want to do, you just go get it, and that's it. And then that's it.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool little background story.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
dope.
I learned all that stuff for the first time right now.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty dope. Well, how about you, Jeff?
What do you mean?
As far as like, as far as like, were you in that Bima stuff too?
Yeah.
So you guys were both in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the one that actually tricked him to come in. I was like, hey,
He said, "Hey, bro, I'm having a presentation.
Exactly. No, I didn't even say presentation.
Hey,
I'm
bro,
having a
it's
party
not-
at my house."
It's not a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, it's the event. Just come through, man. Just bring your camera though, just in case.
Because at the time I was into video and photo and stuff, and like I like doing video and stuff. So he tricked me into that because he's like, hey, he basically hired me to do their video.
Yeah, I did hire you.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
like,
yeah,
hey,
we can record this real quick.
Yeah, he hired me to do his video, and I'm like, I was so pissed, bro. But I'm just like, I hate you so much, but let's do this. You know what I'm saying? He loves it because I saw it and I saw the vision, and I was like, man, let's do this. And then that's it. And then the rest is history. I mean, the company, they go down and sell, but it's just at the end of the day, it's like the experience and the knowledge that
You
we
learn
took out
so
of there
much.
was tenfold.
I can see it
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for
was
sure.
tenfold
Yeah.
on the money that we gained. You know what I'm saying?
It's that paradigm shift that we
Yes.
had, you know.
Do me a favor, Jeff. Can you fix your microphone real quick?
Is it
I
Is
think
this
it's.
better?
I think you're kind of talking to the side of it, and it comes up a little more.
Hello, like that?
There you go.
Oh, you
Ooh.
want
There
me
you
over
go.
here?
Yeah, you might just have to adjust it a
Okay.
little bit.
All right.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here, just hold down
Oh,
the.
you see that
so-
little logo? Yeah.
Hello?
Do you see the little clamps here?
Yeah, I see the clamp.
Yeah.
So right
It should
here.
be the logo.
You see these clamps right here on the front?
Oh,
Oh, right there.
Hold them down and then move the microphone to
Thank
face
you.
you completely.
that?
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Is that better?
Or this way? Oh, this way. Oh,
The
hello.
logo.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Should have done this before the show.
It's
It sounded good.
That's fine.
All right, so you guys are successful entrepreneurs. I will say that
Thank you.
because I've been to your
Appreciate
guys'
it.
gym. Your
Humble.
guys' gym is dope. Everybody that works there is 100% dedicated. They're like always working. They're always grinding. They're always doing their thing. You're cool as fuck. Met you a couple times already. Cool as fuck. I want to say for 2019, what are your guys' goals for this year?
500 members.
Ooh, at one gym?
500 members in one gym.
Damn.
Yeah, so right now we have 230
200.
Damn.
200. 200.
Damn.
in 1 year.
Crazy.
And we want to do, because we're tripling in size, man.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't the plan. Like,
Right.
we wanted to take half of the next door, and we ended up, it's
the
like,
whole
it's
thing.
either all or none. I'm like, all right, let's do it. All
Yeah.
or none. You know what I'm saying?
All
And
in.
I mean, we're just blessed that we have the support that we do, and that we have. And I mean, without the support that we have, we wouldn't be here, honestly.
Okay.
Um,
So let's talk about that because you mentioned that you're doubling in size basically. Your guys' gym, there's a space next to it, and they give you an option to only take half of it.
Yeah.
so we only wanted half.
Okay.
So we wanted to negotiate just the half,
Right.
and they wouldn't give it to us.
Really?
They said you take the whole thing or none. And we're at capacity right now, man. Like people are running out of room in our gym, which is
Right.
a good problem. So we had no choice but to expand. That's it. So it's either we stay complacent, all right, and stay whatever in the location we have, or double our money, double up. You know what I'm saying? And hope for the best.
Yeah. Got to risk it to get the biscuit, you know?
Exactly.
Yes.
So then, speaking of risking it, let's talk about maybe what was your guys' you realize what was your biggest struggle in making this dream a reality, and like what was that moment where you realized, oh crap, maybe I'm not 100% prepared, but you had to step up to the plate.
The biggest struggle that we had was probably the system. I guess the system that we had to get down and make sure that everything from point A to point Z is like on point. So like every week or so, there's always an occurrence of like something like a problem, like a technical problem or something with the membership or.
But I love that. I love problems. I love challenges.
Because you
That's
mentioned
me.
it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's my thing, man. I love it. I love challenges. I love like things that go wrong at the same time, because it makes you change, man. Like it's like, all right, like audible. You know what I'm saying? You have to audible no matter what.
What doesn't break you makes you.
Exactly.
That
You have
cheesy
to
term
audible.
is real.
Like nothing is gonna be straightforward, man. Like everything is things are gonna come at you, man. You know. And it's if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Like it's like literally just like, you know,
It's a real thing.
it's the same
I
thing.
love that movie.
Same thing.
So, because I would imagine that the biggest problem would be like for somebody like us is like the legal issues. Like what are the legalities behind owning a gym? Because there's so much red tape. There's so much like rules, laws, regulations, all those kinds of things that would stop somebody from like, oh shit, I got to do all this homework. Well, okay, maybe I didn't want it as bad as I thought I wanted. Did that intimidate you guys when you guys were going into it?
Not at all.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Just
'Cause
we just had to
it's-
do our
Yeah,
diligence.
it's part of the process.
That's what you just look at it as just due diligence.
That's it.
That's what
You
we had
gotta
to
do
do.
it.
That's it. You got to do what you got to do, man. Like
Yep.
there, it ain't rainbows and butterflies, man. And what is that saying? Like if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Definitely.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm blessed that we have the support that we have. I mean, it's not just me and Jeff. You know,
Yeah.
it's me, Jeff, Nick, and Blanca, which is my mom. She does all of our accounting, all of our paperwork.
that's
She
tight.
handles all the little things, man. She and that's what I'm saying. Like, cause she's owned her business for over 13 years now. So it's like
Oh, it's a
that's
perfect
where
storm.
That's
Yeah.
where I come up, because my mom's been an entrepreneur, and my dad, he crossed the border twice illegally. You know what I'm saying? Like right when they owned a pizza shop when I was like 5 years old, and then they own another salsa. They own Salsa Girl, which is another Mexican restaurant. So this is all I've known.
Yeah.
This is all I've known. Is business.
It's in the fam.
So it's just in the fam, you know, and that's where my support is, you know, and I'm blessed to even be in the position where I am now. If it wasn't for my parents, I would not be here right now.
Yeah.
That's it, plain and simple. But there's always ways around it. There's always ways around to get that support. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
That's so tight, though.
I'll say this: my grandpa's 88 or 89 years old now. He's never had a job in his life. He's always like found a way to make money as far as like having his own hustle and grind. So I feel that, man. That's something that's definitely in you. You know, especially for creative people who want to do like photography, video, or their own freelance work. And like there's that hustle inside of them that's like, okay, well, I have a job, but what more can I do? There's always that more, right? That's really inspiring.
I was gonna ask, just going backtracking. So you guys started in the garage first?
Yes.
And then to Vima?
Yeah. So we did the garage thing. So I started in the garage, started creating traction within the garage. Attracted Nick and attracted Jeff back into my life because he was doing his own thing. He was trying to build his own gym as well elsewhere, and he can explain that. But we got so busy in the garage because we ended up being 5 trainers in that garage.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and we got so busy that HOA caught on. And they kicked us out.
Damn.
I got kicked out of my own house.
Damn, homeowners association.
Yes, HOA, man.
And it was actually going to be going to the courts too.
Yes.
So
they wanted to collect like money.
No, because they like you can't do a business inside your house. I'm like, what? And they like, it's in the HOA. I'm like, this is bullshit, man.
Yeah.
There's some intense stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, so let me ask you, can you have a business inside your own house if it wasn't HOA?
Depends on the HOA, man. Depends on the HOA. And since marketing was so well, it seemed like we were a big business.
Yeah.
You know, and it seemed like we were already tenfold inside of a garage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just how this beautiful studio that we are in right now, it seems it's how you present yourself and how you market yourself is how people are going to perceive you, you know?
Perception is reality.
Perception
100%.
is reality, man. So we got kicked out HOA. We had to get into a storage unit. We moved all the equipment, $10,000 worth of equipment, into a storage unit. And we had to train people in the storage unit. But that was tough too because the people had to put in the code and they had to go in the storage unit.
Wait, they let you do that in storage
Yeah,
units?
man.
A storage unit, bro?
Yeah, we did that for a year because by that time we're like, dude, we need a location. So we were looking. It took us a year to find a location, bro. A year.
We're looking probably over
That's so tight.
50 properties.
So no AC,
that just goes to show. That just goes to show. There's no excuse, bro.
Yeah, there's no
excuse.
No excuse. I mean, we could have been like, oh, whatever, fuck it. But no, we just kept going, man, because we saw the dream, we saw the potential, man. Because like Smash Iron Fitness, man, the whole thing is about is bringing all the niches in one location, man. Because in Vegas, there's a CrossFit gyms, but that's it. There is powerlifting gyms, and that's it. There's MMA gyms, and that's it. Like, there's nothing that incorporates everything in one location, man. Because like, if you go to a powerlifting gym, and you have to powerlift, and you have to powerlift by their program, or else. Right, but not with us, man. Like, we offer the equipment to come in, and we offer that for a community where people can literally learn from everybody. There's a CrossFitter working next to a powerlifter, next to a bodybuilder, next to a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And like, people at the end of the day, people will learn from people. And now we've created a community of like-minded individuals who just love to smash iron, man. And it's like, and it's one membership that includes everything. And we're not done yet, man. Like, right now we're gonna incorporate the turf, right? And we're gonna incorporate like the whole athletic training facility.
So tight.
And then after that, man, we still have plans to grow even more. We're gonna add cages. We're gonna add boxing.
I got plenty of questions as far as the expansion goes. Yeah, 100%.
Where are we at right now? We're at 3 goals right now, right? 3 goals for 2019.
Well, you beat me to the punch. Yes.
Yeah.
I asked him what was the big goal for 2019.
Okay, so
but if you guys have multiple goals,
okay.
feel free to. Yeah.
So we also have
I don't know
Smash
this, man. I'm
Cast.
just fun. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're fun. So we also have Smash Cast that Carlo wants to open up, and also Smash Tube.
Now, what is Smash Cast?
Smash Cast is a podcast that I want to start. So to incorporate more of Smash Iron Fitness, like the inside, the deets.
Yeah.
And our whole thing is we breed champions.
Yeah.
We breed champions. So it's like I want to interview these champions and to show people how a champion thinks. What a champion does. And to expose them. And then the Smashcast is also going to interview entrepreneurs, like-minded individuals, you know, and just like you're interviewing us, how you interview people, people like us don't think how we think, and people think it's just rainbows and butterflies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it just gives people like a realization of like, okay, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
This is what it takes. Like long nights, you know, no sleep, you know, and like
that's what I feel, bro. Like everybody should have a podcast. Everybody, because everybody has a different opinion. Everybody has a different way of thinking, of saying things.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and you never know what's gonna inspire somebody. You like this podcast might inspire somebody to go out there and make $1 million.
Yeah.
I don't know. The world is that crazy that it might just happen.
Yeah, because
You
they
know?
were right about to give up, and then they're like, "Oh shit, they did that shit out of a storage unit."
Out of a storage unit,
Yeah,
like, bro, that
thoughts.
shit is inspiring.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. And if the dream is stronger than you are, then it's just gonna overcome no matter what.
Yeah.
You know.
Most
That's it.
definitely.
So Smashcast podcast coming soon, and then Smash Tube.
Smash Tube. So we're
Smash
gonna
Tube.
go ahead focus all our energies on that as well. So we're gonna go ahead market out just the educational side. We're gonna go ahead and promote more of Nick, our head coach, and let everyone know like the world class training on how to properly actually train, understand how to really train. Because like nowadays they have all these fake Instagram models and Instagram fitness, trainers and fitness,
Fake Instagram models? What you talking about, bro?
Man, it's just crazy. Once you go deep down in the rabbit hole, you'll actually realize what's real and what's not.
Yep.
Are you talking about escorts?
That's a different topic right there.
Not everything on Instagram is real, guys.
Nah, bro.
That's all I'm
That's
saying.
negative.
You
So
know?
we're just really trying to promote the truth of the strength and conditioning industry and the fitness side of it, with nutrition and training and everything and all the myths, and we want to let everybody know just true hardcore facts.
Yeah.
And also
Wait, is it just gonna be Nick on the channel?
no,
or?
it's gonna be everything. So we're
Okay.
gonna have like different like topics of like educational. We also have skits where people could actually see our funny side.
Yeah.
Because we're freaking characters, especially Carlo. Yeah, man. We also have a lot of members that we want to also incorporate too, because it's not just the gym or the facility or the training, it's the people. And the people makes that community
Yeah,
happen.
exactly.
And it's like a second home to everybody.
Yep.
We really want to show that to everybody, that even though you have all this stress and all this other stuff happening in life, when you come here, it's your sanctuary.
Yep.
It's home.
And his family. That's so tight.
Yeah, and I've talked to Nick a few times, and every single time I talk to him, bro, like he's got something to say.
Yeah.
As far as like
Always.
as far as oh, you thought it was this way, but it's actually this way.
Yep.
He's like the actually guy.
Yeah.
because I was telling him that I was like just out of curiosity, I was like, what do you think about melatonin, bro? He's like, it's overrated. I'm like, what do you mean? It's overrated. And then he was giving me all these facts about how
Bro, I'm telling you.
it does all these other things to you, side effects that it does. Like,
Yes.
here's what you should be taking. I was like, oh shit, like,
Yes.
So yeah, he's definitely got that knowledge, bro.
Yes.
sure.
Yes. I mean, I'm just so blessed, honestly, to have the team that we do, man. Like, and that's too, man. I want to inspire people as well. Like, you can't do this on your own. You need a motherfucking team.
Yeah, you gotta let go of your ego.
You gotta let go of your ego. You have to learn how to delegate. You have to know what your strengths are. You have to know what your weaknesses are, and you have to start delegating, man. If you want a successful business, that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
it. Bottom
And
line.
do everything.
We're gonna take that and make that its own little clip, bro, because that's something that people need to hear.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. Boom.
Yeah, that's the key to owning a successful business. You need to know how to delegate.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Delegate. That's
realize
it.
you can't do everything on your own.
No.
So you guys told me about your 1 year plan for 2019. Let's think bigger. What about 5 years? Where do you guys see Smash Iron?
Shoot, we see it expanding. 3 more locations, one on Blue Diamond and Rainbow, Green Valley, and then another one in I think Summerlin.
Like Centennial, maybe.
Centennial?
Nice.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
Centennial. The one that we have now is probably our central location, and then Green Valley for sure. And then, man, like we have to take this nationwide, honestly.
Yeah. Franchise it out?
Exactly.
We want to own Vegas first, and then start
Definitely.
franchising out to like,
Proof of concept.
you know.
It's like a total of 3 or 5 locations in Vegas before you franchise out.
I don't know, whatever it takes, man.
Yeah, 3 to 4. And then
Whatever
after that,
whatever it
franchise.
takes. But just we just want to have a good clearance on the map, you know. We just want to open up the map and be like, all right, we got a good area on Smash Iron Fitness. Cool. Not time to move on, you know.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, like, how did you guys come up with the name Smash Iron?
Well, they call me Smash.
Oh, they call you Smash?
Yeah, they call
And they call me Iron Man, so.
so Smash Iron
Is that real?
Fitness.
Huh?
Is that real?
What's real? Yeah, it's
Oh.
real.
I think that's what fucking with me. I was like, oh, okay. Like, that's tight. Yeah. It's like perfect.
Like, did y'all make that up just now?
I was like,
that was a great little connection right there, man.
Yeah, man. It's just smash iron fitness, man. Just smash iron. Like it's just like I mean, it's not all about Iron Man, but at the end of the day, it's like iron forges iron. You know, you gotta smash it. And and you can use that with anything. You smash life, smash your goals. You know, smash etc.
So you guys have mentioned to me before that gym working out is kind of like over. It's I don't know what the word is for it. It's like almost like in porn, it's over sexualized. Like there's this like fetish fantasy of like having to kill yourself every time you go to the gym. What's your guys' philosophy with working out?
I'd like Jeb to talk about that one.
Yeah, so the misconception of just like drilling yourself till you're like dead beat to the floor, that's overrated. That's horrible. Don't ever do that.
You shouldn't be leaving the gym with like your shirt drenched in just sweat.
Because that also has a psychological effect to it too, where it's like, I don't want to go anymore. You know, you want to make it actually
scared. Yeah,
exactly. So you want to actually be psychologically like addicted to it. Like, you know, it's challenging, but it's like, all right, we could do this, you know?
Yeah, because that also means you can't go too chill either, because then you'll just get bored and you'll be like, I don't want to do this shit no more.
So it's pretty deep, you know, like depending on like who you are, your body type, your lifestyle. You got to have like, you know, accumulation phases, intensification phases, understand that the intensity part of it, you know how like the trend right now is a high intensity interval training with the boot camps and everything like that. No, majority of people aren't able to do that. They can't sustain high quality output. So you got to really, you know, make sure you have the intensity levels at 10% at a time. So just don't really kill yourself. Just smash iron. You know, that's it. Plain and simple. Smash iron. Just get stronger. Once you get stronger, you're gonna achieve the goals that you want. You know, change your body composition, burn your fat. And
it's funny because I always would hear you say to people at the gym, how do you feel? How do you feel after whatever exercise they do? You would always say, how do you feel? Because definitely. I would imagine because if they're too tired, then they're doing something wrong, or they're, you know, it wasn't enough of a challenge. You know what I mean? There's that balance.
We don't want everybody to survive. We want to have them thrive.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you execute the first round. What matters is the fourth round has to look even better than your first round.
So realistically, on that point, is it just for your mind, or is it more efficient to just work out to, like, not over workout, but just work out to that point where you're like, that's comfortable. You know what I mean?
Not comfortable. It has to be challenging. So like from 0 to 10 has to be like 7 to 8.
Yep. But it can't be till fail.
No.
Okay.
Like 9 to 10, that's gonna burn you out. So like the concept that we always talk about, it's like you're like a cup, and you could only fill your cup just so much.
Fix that microphone for Jeff.
Yeah, thank you. Because if you fill that cup and overflow it, then you're just gonna burn out. So we don't want that. So
you got to keep that cup at that like, you know, 75%.
And then gradually you'll build your work capacity
and build your cup.
Because I finally learned that, because like I used to back in the day like just till fail all the time, and I was like, damn, why am I doing this? And then finally, like I started working out again, and I was like, I just take everything very nice. Like I still give myself that challenge, but I'm like, all right, like I know for a fact if I keep going, I'm just gonna.
A simple thing, just don't annihilate, just stimulate. Yeah. So create a stimulus, and then once you do that, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
You guys talk about what was it? Serving the city. What do you guys mean by that exactly? How is Smash Iron gonna serve Las Vegas? Is it just by letting people come to the gym? Like, I guess my question, what I'm trying to get to is like, what do you guys do for the city or just for the community in general outside of being this business? How do you guys give back, or like, how do you guys, you know?
Well, we did this fundraiser for kids. We did that toy drive. So I mean, we're still young in this, man. Like we're trying to be more into the community, and we're trying to reach out to more people and do more community service. So if anybody out there, you know, like wants to like suggest anything, you know, for us to be a part of, like we would love to do it, you know. Like this whole like impact center was awesome, you know. It was because one of our members was like, hey, like, do you mind us putting a gift box for people to drop off gifts for kids that are unfortunate this year? And we're like, yeah, of course. Like we're actually looking for that. So I mean, like we're always looking for opportunities to involve ourselves inside in the community and to bring the community together. I mean, we're all for that. So we're actually an open book, you know, unless, you know, that's it. Unless we get any more ideas.
But yeah, the main way that we serve the city is actually just providing a home and a playground for all types of athletes. You know, because a lot of people, you know, we all have 24 hours in a day, but majority of people, they wake up to a job that they don't like. You know, they're probably in a relationship that they dredge. You know, and you know, they're not maybe happy with themselves. And when they come here, it's their 1 hour of just like peace and just like happiness and just, you know, just fighting all that stress and just feeling a lot better about themselves and about life in general. And from there, it's going to transfer on, you know, and I think that's the best way we provide just service to the city, just like a home and just a family, because a lot of people don't have that.
That's a great answer, Jay. I like that answer.
Very good answer, Jay.
I was gonna say, in an industry that's like is fitness, right? It's oversaturated with all this I call hype positivity, where it's like just always like there's like always a podcast, there's always a motivational video that gets people hype. Do you guys like? What is your guys' philosophy on motivation? Like,
well,
I think this is more of a question for Nick, but since he's not here, I'm gonna kick it to you guys.
What Nick would say is motivation is stupid. Yeah, it's retarded because
motivation dies.
It dies so fast.
Yeah,
you know, it's all about really just
discipline.
Discipline. That's the key thing. Key thing.
Making
discipline.
it binary. Thing.
Yeah, what's wrong with motivation?
Motivation, it's just temporary.
It's like drug, man. Like it's like heroin because it's like it'll get you there.
We never took heroin, by the way.
It's like it'll get you there, really. It's like whoa, right? And but like that come down, man, it's hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, can you wake up the next day and do it again? And do it again and do it again and do it again. I don't think so.
So you're saying you should use motivation as a tool, not as a resource, or not as like your backbone of the reason why you do everything.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Probably just like a match. You know, when you light a match and then light it on fire, the thing that is gonna keep you sustaining with like the system that you have, your daily routine, it's just all about discipline and just I guess having questions with yourself and just be like, okay, if I did this, what would happen? If I did this, what would happen? Just really talk to yourself and reflect, like, okay, what do you really want to do, and actually schedule it out, because if you don't schedule it out, it's not going to happen.
Goals. You have to have goals, man. You have to set your goals, man. Like a lot of people set goals in their head, write them down, look at them every day,
write them down with a blue pen.
Why blue?
I don't know, man. But that's
I thought there was gonna be a philosophy behind it, bro.
That's where the magic happens. With a blue pen.
Write it with whatever pen you want. Just write it down, man.
Yeah.
Like I like to like he does with the blue pen. I like to use a dry erase marker and put it on my mirror, man. Like, what do I want to do? Like, put it on my mirror. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep your goals in front of you, man.
All day
you
long.
have to keep your goals in front of you, because if you don't, guess what? You're gonna wake up. You're just gonna do your normal thing and do your doing. You're gonna go to sleep.
And then again, it's gonna be 2020 and then 2021.
Yeah.
2022.
Exactly, man.
And 2025 will be your year.
And it's like all these. You see all these people right now. All these people's new year, new me. This is all motivation, right? Motivation, get back in the gym, right? They need to switch that motivation into discipline, right? It's a lifestyle they need to change, not a temporary thing. It's a lifestyle they need to change.
Yeah,
a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's an actual lifestyle that you have to do. And that's it, man. But it's hard for people.
It's just taking one day at a time, and not just like taking away bad habits, but replacing the bad habits with good ones.
Yeah.
And maintain that.
We got to fix Jay's microphone, bro.
Damn, is it bothering you?
It's killing me every single time. I was going to say, dude.
Are we good right now?
Do you, yeah, I can hear you and everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, because it looks like.
It's my baby. Hello.
It just looks like you're struggling so much holding it up, bro.
Just hold my
But I was going to say, the video's a little messed up, but we're all good.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
People are listening to my voice anyway.
That's all good, man. But no, man, like it's just
Thank you.
There you go.
If people just break into the habit, right? It takes 28 days to make a new habit, by the way. It takes 28 days to break a habit and make a new habit, right? 28 days. 28 days.
See, I feel like it takes me like 3 months to make a habit and like 2 days to break it.
You know what? To each his own.
Yeah.
But I think it's 28 days to make a new habit. So it's like, if you want to make a new habit of eating good, 28 days straight.
Fuck, that's crazy.
28 days. And if you can keep consistent with 28 days, then guess what? It's going to be such a habitual thing for you. You're just going to keep doing it and keep going, right? But it's just that second week, it's like, oh man, this is hard, you know? But 28 days. It's 28 days. It's 28 days.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
You know.
But the key thing to growth is keeping track. So whatever we track grows. So say like in Las Vegas we have all the casinos, and every night they track all the tables and they track all the chips and everything like that, and that's why they sustain a freaking amazing phenomenal business. And that's the same thing with us. We have to keep track of our weight. We have to keep track of what we're eating, what we're putting in our mouth, and we got to keep track with our bank account. We got to make sure that that's growing as well. We just got to keep track of everything.
Do you guys have any favorite quotes that you live by?
Oh man, we have a lot.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
For me, anything you do is everything you do. So if you're gonna be lazy piece of shit over here, you're gonna be a lazy piece of shit over there.
That's deep.
So anything I do, man, it's with precision, is with action, and it's full power, man. Because like I'm still a server. I serve at night. I serve tables at night, and I deal with people at night. I still do that. Just to keep my grind on, to keep my money right. And even
so you own your own business, but you also work a 9 to 5 on top of that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I have a big loan over my head that I have to pay for the gym, and I'm there. I'm at the gym when I can. Plus I'm trying to become a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So I train in the morning, I go to the gym, and then I go to serve at night, and I do it all over again.
What belt are you right now?
Blue belt.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Wait, how many belts are there?
There's 5.
There's 5.
White
600.
belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, and black belt.
Damn, that's dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
How long does it take to become a black belt?
At least minimal 10 years.
And that's the thing.
10 years?
It's completely
10
up to
years.
It's not really like basic like kung fu schools. Where
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
do it for a few months. They're like, okay, go up a belt. You really have to be good.
Yeah.
To get
Well,
that
but what
next belt.
does that entail? Karate? Like you?
No, it's not.
It's not karate.
It's grappling. It's ground.
Sorry,
game.
I'm ignorant, bro. You gotta educate
No, you're
me.
fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
English is just not knowing. It's grappling. It's ground game. We do stand up, as in like we do takedowns and stuff, but most of the game is the ground. And yeah, it took me 1 year to get my first stripe on blue belt. So that tells you something, man. You need 4 stripes to even be promoted to the next belt.
To put it in perspective, for everybody who's listening out there, it takes 8 years to become a doctor. 10 years to become a black belt.
A black belt, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the goal for me right now. That's
crazy.
my little
That's
side
crazy.
discipline that I want to do. Because
dope.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, anything you do is everything you do. So I literally, like, even at work, man, like I don't mean to brag, but it's time to brag, right?
Go for it, man.
I'm the number 1 sales in my job right now. And then if there's a challenge, like I execute, because I mean, you have to be up in that wavelength. You have to get up there. You have to be in that wavelength. You have to keep it going, man. It's like once you're paddling that hard, you just got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep grinding. You just got to keep drilling it, man. And if you live your life like that, it will literally transit to everything. You become a better father. You become a better student. You become a better athlete. You become a better anything, because anything you do is everything you do at the end of the day. So that's what I live by.
What about you, Jay?
It's actually my quote. I actually came up with this a couple of years ago. We create who we are. So if we're down and out, that's what we're going to create. But if we're phenomenal, we're going to create that. And that's just all about mindset. At the end of the day, if you look at all the champions, Michael Jordan, you see Marshall Falk, you see just all these legendary people, Tupac, Bob Marley, whoever you want to talk about. All these legends, it's all about mindset, and we create who we are.
You guys see The Rock at 5 in the morning working out every day. He doesn't have to. He's got it all.
No.
He's years beyond anybody, bro. But
Yeah.
he still does that daily discipline.
But he has to, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has to. He doesn't have to, but he has to.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
Because it's like, if he doesn't, then he's not.
Do you think if he didn't have to, he wouldn't though?
Why? I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, why do you think he doesn't have to?
I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
You see where he's
True.
getting there.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's
That's
deep.
true.
He has to, because
Yeah.
he has to. You know what I'm saying? Because that is him.
Yeah.
That makes him him.
Yeah, I always say, even wherever you are, whatever you do, don't half-ass it. Especially like if you work a job and you hate your job, don't work there. Go somewhere where you can full-ass it.
You can leave whenever you want.
You know what I mean?
Full ass, baby.
Because why do something if you can't do it all the way? Like I have an addictive personality. Do you guys ever find yourself having addictive personalities when it comes to like what you do as far as like your career and all that stuff?
I like working.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
I think that's just a Vegas thing, though.
Yeah.
I think
it's that hustle.
it's that hustle mindset out here, man. It's that Vegas thing. I mean, the circle that I know,
Yeah.
we're hustlers, man. Like we're go getters. Like you won't see us at a bar. You won't see us partying. Because we're busy doing other things. You know, that's it.
Yeah, I stopped drinking it. I don't smoke, bro. Yeah, you gotta pick your poison.
Pick your poison, baby.
And right now it's carbs.
I like it.
I was gonna ask you guys.
Sugar is poison.
It really is, bro.
Sugar is poison.
But I was gonna ask you guys, what advice do you guys have for somebody out there who's watching this, listening to this, either on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, whatever it is? What advice do you have for them if they want to start their own business? May it be a gym, maybe they want to start their own bicycle shop, whatever it is. Little Timmy wants to start a business, but he's intimidated because he doesn't think he has what it takes to do it because he didn't come from that. What advice do you guys have?
Just do it.
Nike.
That's it.
But it's not for everybody.
Well, if he thinks he doesn't have what it takes, then he doesn't have what it takes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's deep.
And that's it.
That's true.
That's it.
Yeah, because we
if you think you can, you can. And what did Henry Ford say?
Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right.
You're right. I mean, so if he already has those thoughts that he can't do it, then he's not gonna make it, man. And I mean, have you ever seen Troy? And then it's like that's why you're not gonna be remembered. That's why your name's not gonna be remembered. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. It's just all a mindset, man. It's a mindset.
So it's like
change.
so if somebody because the argument could be made that, dude, it's 2019. There's tools for everything. Like if you had the technology you had 20 years ago or like today 20 years ago, like it would have been either a lot easier or a lot harder depending on the situation. But people can say the market is saturated. We don't need another gym. But it's like, okay, then you're right. Because you're not gonna be able to make it happen. The only people who make it happen are those who say they will make it happen.
Correct.
Right.
And I believe that there's no scarcity, man. There is no scarcity. There is room for everyone to be successful. Everybody.
Abundance.
Right when you think that you're in competition with somebody, you have lost.
Yep. Because there is no competition.
There is no competition. You make your own competition, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? There's literally room for anybody. So if you grow, if you, it's just so funny to me, man. Like if people coming at us, like it's like we're not your competition, homie. Like we're on a different level than you right now.
Yeah.
Like we are on like side Z. You're still on side A. You know what I'm saying? Like
completely your own lane and
make your own lane, man.
Yeah.
Like there is room.
I'm gonna make a gym next to you guys and call it Splash Iron.
Make it. Do it.
What's different about your
Smash.
gym, Keem? It's got a little splash to it.
That's it, man. That's it. But I mean, like I won't allow it.
What would you guys? This is a question for both of you guys. What would you guys say is the most common misconception when it comes to gyms?
What I mean,
like something that
elaborate.
people would think about gyms that get wrong. You know, oh, it's all meatheads. Oh, it's things things of that nature. What is the most common misconception about gyms that maybe intimidates people?
Yeah, like how do you help people who get intimidated by gyms?
Yeah, because you say your gym services everybody, whether it's the weightlifter, bodybuilder, athlete, runner, whatever it is. You know, what if I'm just like little Timmy? You know, I work at Staples. I'm a little very scrawny. I'm intimidated to come to the gym. Like what
we inspire him to be better. We inspire him by surrounding him around athletes that are on that level, and we tell him that you can train like that, and you can essentially emulate their training, you know. And we tell them, you know, like there's a lot of misconceptions, as in like if you lift, for women out there, if you lift, you know, you're gonna get big, or you're gonna get like you're gonna look like a man. That is so stupid. Like being strong is a necessity in life. Right? Sitting on your ass all day ain't gonna do shit for you. Like you need to know how to pick up things. You need to know how to carry things, because day by day, that's what you need to be doing. So it's like it's not like an intimidation thing. It's like it's a realization thing. Like you need to have strength in your life.
Oh, if someone's trying to mug you, you know, if you're strong, it ain't gonna happen.
I mean,
unless they have a gun or something, and then it's a different story.
At the end of the day, you're gonna be 60 or 70 years old, and you're gonna have to learn how to get up, right? You're gonna have you literally have to learn how to get up out of your chair, and if you can't get out of your chair, you are handicapped. So, you know, and that's the whole premise of it. You know, squatting, deadlifting, pressing. That is just a pure necessity that you need to have in your life. And it's the education, I guess, to let people know that is it. You know,
Can you explain what a deadlift is exactly for anybody who's listening?
You're just picking something heavy off the floor.
with one of those bars, right?
But why is it so important?
It can
Why
be
is the deadlift so
it can be
Because-
something else. Like it can be me picking up this water bottle or this fat 5-gallon water.
Just using your
You know what I'm
legs,
saying?
core.
Yeah, it's picking anything up off the ground, a dead weight off the ground. It can be a sandbag. It can be anything.
And it's important because like there's a client who actually came to me probably like a couple months ago, and she actually pulled her back because she just had to pick some trash off the floor.
That sucks.
Damn.
Just some trash, some little trash.
Yep, that's crazy.
So it's actually understanding the biomechanics and understanding that, you know, every single day we functionally move. So when we train, we do functional movements to actually transition and actually prepare them to actually do daily life things.
Correct.
So then let me ask you guys this: like, what do you guys do to educate yourselves when it comes to all this stuff? Because this is you guys talk to me like you guys know this stuff off the bat. Like, you know, this is how you train. This is how you do this. You shouldn't do this because your back will do that. You know, where do you guys get your knowledge from? Like, how have you guys trained yourself to know all this stuff?
Well, experience, really. A lot of people, a lot of trainers and coaches out here have all these certs. They have 2, 3, 4, 5 certs. And then when we interview all these trainers and coaches, we're like, what is this? You know, we've interviewed over like probably 20 trainers, 20 coaches. I don't know how many.
More than that.
Yeah, more than that. And when they come in and they're like, oh, I have this or I have this, it's like, all right, cool. So, you know, we go through the second interview process of them, you know, actually teaching a client, a level 3 client who, you know, who does powerlifting, who does it for a lifestyle. They teach them to deadlift. And then when we see it, we're just like, what the heck is
As in,
this?
like, they just don't know how to
They don't know how to teach it. They don't know how to coach it.
Okay.
You know?
So we look for experience more than certs, honestly, and that's how it should be. I mean, like,
definitely.
And then they don't have to have the experience though, like, but they have to have that willingness to learn. Yeah. And then so we can teach them. You know, that's it. What's the cert that
NSCA. So if you're a trainer or coach that would love to be part of a team that's growing, and you know have the vision to be the Nike of the strength and conditioning industry, get your NSCA, National Strength Conditioning Association. Cert.
National Strength
And that one's always like for sure if you have that.
NSCA.
Yeah, if you have, so like all the professional sports like NFL, MLB, NHL, that's the only cert that they would allow to be a coach.
It's like having your FFA certification for drone piloting.
And other coaches, honestly, you know, we learn by other coaches and by other coaches' experiences, right?
And athletes too.
And athletes, like you have to learn from everyone,
right?
Everyone, like, and there's people that have been there and done that, and they have written and they have said things that we can learn from. You know what I'm saying? And that's pure knowledge and experience that is way worth anything that's even in a textbook.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
So then let me get this perspective from you guys, because I've always, like, every time it comes to dieting or it comes to like working out, there's always that dude or maybe there is multiple people at the gym who always say, no, this is the way you do it. You shouldn't do it that way, because do you believe there's always one way to do things?
No. Negative.
What is your guys' philosophy on that?
Everybody's different.
Yep.
If you if you look at the anatomy of like a body, everybody has a different femur, everybody has different hips, everybody has a different lifestyle. So if you're sitting 8 hours a day, your hips are going to be positioned differently.
Yep.
You know, if you stand all day, your ankles are going to be tight. You know, so there's like a lot of things that play into it. You know, a lot of factors, a lot of variables, and then you know, coaching is really an art. You know, it's not just like a textbook cookie cutter, a 90-day program. You buy this and you'll get this in 90 days, and then look, guess what? In a couple months you get a rebound. You know, so a lot of these 90-day challenges or all these like 6-week challenges. Yeah, you could lose all the weight, but guess what? You can go right back to it. So here we actually, you know, state the truth, let everyone know that, hey, you are different. We change the variables, we change this, we change that, and then we actually create a sustainable lifestyle for the years.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you guys to actually like learn your own bodies? You know, like know what diet you need, know what exercises you need to do, and everything.
Because it looks like you guys got it on lock, man.
Couple years, man. Yeah. Probably a couple years.
So it takes a while for sure.
It takes a while, man. Like you
learn every day.
Everything takes time.
Everything, man. And I mean, you have to learn how to change your own body before you can learn how to change anybody else's.
Yep.
And that's what I learned first. You know, it's like it's how people are not gonna follow you either, man. If you haven't been through it, you know, yourself. Like you have to. Like I've competed in strongman. I've done a bodybuilding prep. Like I've done those things, you know. So it's like I did it so I can gain knowledge for myself, so I can essentially teach it, or how even have the utilities and the tools so people can use the right stuff as well, you know. And that's it.
What's a strongman competition?
Strongman, like the world's strongest man, like with those, like the stones and
like where they pick up that big old thing, and then they pull the truck,
they pull the airplane.
So then let me ask you guys this: what has been your guys' biggest accomplishment as far as your physical journey, like physical fitness journey, has been? Whether it's like lifting something super heavy or
So my huge accomplishment is snatching 200. So that's like the fastest lift in all exercises. So, you know, there's a squat, deadlift, there's a clean and jerk. Snatch is like the fastest. So you have to be super explosive. And there's probably like 16 parts of the movement, and you have to be on point with all 16 parts of it. And if not, you'll freaking mess your neck up or something.
Yeah.
Damn, can you explain
You'll pull some for sure.
Or is it
So it's like a deadlift. So you're basically kind of like in a squat hinge position. Your arms are wide. And then right when you pick it up off the floor, you're going to just have it overhead.
It's just snatch. It's like the movement of it needs to be instant.
Very fast.
Not like you're going to do this, and then you take your time to bring it up, and then you do the third one. It's all
like
in
what
one.
they're doing in the one moment.
Yeah.
200 pounds?
Damn,
it's all lifting. Olympic lifting. Yeah, so
you
like,
won't see me doing that.
I've seen arms.
Wait, do you not do that? You don't believe in that, or what?
It's not that I don't believe in it. It's just I just don't train it.
That's just not. It's not for you.
You think that help you with the
jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
No, negative.
No, because I know it's technique, but
everything's different.
Yeah.
For like jiu-jitsu, it would be like more of like specific training for that.
Yeah.
So
or
like
just being on the mat, man. Just being on the mat. It's mat time. That's it.
That's all
just
it
mat
is.
time.
What about for you, Carlo?
For me, man, it took me a year for my first competition, for my first strongman competition, to train for it. So I actually took a year out just to train for that. So the numbers that I ended up with were like a 770 yoke for 50 feet in 13 seconds, and a 330 pound stone to a platform. And I did a
330
pound stone. Damn. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I loved it. I loved doing that. It was great.
You guys are strong men in this podcast right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not that strong anymore, but
we're all right.
Dude, that 770 yoke was awesome though. Like it took me a while to like even like run with it, but like I ended up, it was just the best feeling ever.
Yeah, and that's heavy. 700. So just imagine 770 pounds. It's on your traps, and you're walking for 50 feet.
Yeah, not walking. You're running.
Oh yeah, you're running.
You're running?
Running.
Okay, fast.
See, I saw
fast walk.
Have you guys seen that video of the mountain when he's doing the log? How much is that? Like 1,200 pounds or something like that?
Oh yeah. Oh, and then my best log was a 275 log, clean and press. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. It took me a year to get to my numbers like that.
Yeah.
But I just did it for the experience. And after that, I retired.
Nice.
I mean,
now that you have that under your belt, you know, why would you want to mess yourself up trying to do it even more?
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Would you go back to it?
strongman?
Yeah.
I don't think so, man.
No.
I just, every sport is its own poison, right?
Everything, the wear and tear, you mean?
Wear and tear, baby. Yeah, because like these guys are massive guys. Like I was, the food that I was intaking. So I was 275 pounds. I'm 220 pounds now. Damn. I was intaking at least 2 to 3 pounds of meat a day.
Normal calorie.
Over 6 cups of rice a day. My breakfast was 6 eggs, 2 cups of oatmeal, protein powder, and
bro, you're describing like a Tuesday to me.
Like it was all in a bowl. It was all in a bowl, and I ate it.
Yeah.
And every time I ate, I had to put house music on because I just had to go. I just had to like keep going and keep eating, bro.
The rhythm.
I just had to keep the rhythm going. I had to keep eating, man. But that I had to keep that up, you know. So I just saw the wear and tear and how unhealthy it is. I mean, but to be honest with you, man, being an athlete is not healthy, to be honest with you. Like, it's like people don't see the sacrifices that you have to do to become an athlete, right? The weight cuts, the high intensity training that you have to do, you know, like an athlete's essentially always in jiu-jitsu, essentially there is always something. There's always something wrong. You're not essentially always 100. Like, there's always something going on with you. Yeah.
Well, so then why do people do it? Is it just because they can make a career out of it where they make money from it and that's what they do, or?
Well, I waited out. So in strongman, I saw my life expectancy 55 to 60. In jiu-jitsu, I see my life expectancy to 90. So if you see like Helio Gracie, like he is like over 90 years old and still on the mat. And so that inspired me. That inspired me right there.
What can you explain exactly to me? Because I don't know exactly what it is. What is jiu-jitsu?
So jiu-jitsu is ground game.
Okay.
That's it. It's how to submit an opponent. So like a lot of when you see MMA and they all of a sudden get on the ground and you see this guy take the guy's back and choke him out. Yeah. So essentially that's jiu-jitsu.
It's basically saying like I've won. Like you can't get out of this. I've got you trapped. I've got you beat.
Essentially, it's positioning and submissions, and just domination. Essentially,
trying to make the other guy say uncle.
Exactly. And I truly believe that jiu-jitsu is the best martial art out there. It's the most deadly. It's it's like if I can get my hands on you, man, like that's it. Like,
now, is there a difference between jiu-jitsu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu?
Oh, it's the same thing. Same thing.
Okay.
BJJ, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
And that's it. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much it, man. I love it. I love it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now back to you, Jay. What have you found to be the most influential social media platform for Smash Iron?
Well, for sure, it's Instagram and Facebook.
Why Instagram?
Because that's where everybody's attention's at. You know, well, why not blow what we do on that? Because every single second, what is everybody on? If you just peek over and see someone's cell phone, they're on Instagram. It's Instagram.
Instagram's hot.
Instagram's hot. So we do that. We have like a budget for marketing. So whatever we feel that would give us a lot of traction, we'll go ahead and promote that, and then hopefully we'll go ahead and attract new clientele, new members in. So yeah.
Nice. Instagram's where it's at, man. That's where all the eyes are at. Like back in the day, it was MySpace. Then Facebook had it for a little bit.
Nah, Facebook still has the most.
Do you guys remember Zanga? You guys ever had a Zanga?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Shit. I didn't have one, but I remember that shit.
I had. Yeah, that was like before MySpace. It was that Zanga.
But the best marketing tool, I'm sorry, is actually Keem Ibarra.
That's what I was trying to get to, bro.
Yeah.
You don't throw that shade at me, bro.
Yeah.
He's out.
Keem, Keem's our videographer, smashing it on the
Still
videos.
gotta edit that video, bro.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be fire.
It's coming.
I can't wait.
It's coming.
Yeah. So actually, the best marketing tool actually is Keem.
There you go. You guys heard it here first.
If you guys need any dope videos, dope pictures, hit Keem up. He's the hottest in town.
I was wondering why we don't sponsor this episode ourselves. Like this episode is brought to you by Keem Bar Photography.
Yeah,
you should.
Why not, man?
Smart.
I never do that.
But you gotta pay the podcast,
bro. Because I don't know if you guys know, but Logan Paul has his own podcast, and he uses his own companies to sponsor his episodes.
Yeah, that's all about.
I was like, that's genius.
Why not?
You got multiple companies, why not, right?
Yeah.
Why not, man? I just about the Instagram. I spoke to this guy. I don't know if I want to mention names, but I talked to his owner today. He spends $3,000 to $6,000 on Instagram ads.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
That is not. He's like, he legitimately told me, he's like, it's worth every penny.
Yeah, we don't have a budget for that right now.
Shut up, man.
$3,000 to $6,000 a month.
$3,000 to $6,000 on Instagram. But that's where he's at though. You know what I'm saying? Once you're at that level, you need to delegate a certain amount of income or of net of literally of that much every single month. So you're literally producing sales at that rate. And just so you guys see that level, you know what I'm saying, of marketing that needs to be done inside of a business.
It's real, man. Marketing's one of the biggest tools in any business.
Yeah, for sure.
When you guys market your stuff, do you just use the tools inside the app and hit boost and promote, or is there a third party?
No.
Because Chug actually has some insight about that.
Yeah. Just more of when because a lot of people do the boost thing. It's not the best.
Oh, really?
It's when you go into the business manager and you actually start really targeting your exact audience, which you can do, and you can test. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and edit it.
It can get deep as far as tracking pixels and all that stuff.
It just gets it's trial and error and figuring out exactly what works best. You just have to keep trying new ads because you might be targeting the correct people, but now what's your ad? Is it too long? Is the copy too long? You got to get stuff that's less than 10 seconds. Get them right in the door. What's gonna get you right in the door? So it's because I have a friend and he's amazing at it. Next level, and Just been learning a lot. I get all these master classes and stuff,
Nice.
so I'm learning from them. I'm like, damn, these things are like,
because the tools within Instagram let you target like audiences, but when you do the actual business manager tool, like from Facebook, is it?
Yeah, Facebook.
It lets you actually like find people who behave certain ways on the internet.
Interesting.
People who
like what their
recently
interests are and
searched these things.
Yeah.
It's more in depth.
Because you can keep
as opposed to people who like gym posts.
Mm-hmm.
You find people who like search for things that are related to the gym or like maybe live in a certain location. You know, it gets crazy. Bro.
Yeah, because like if one person searched gym or something, you can find those people, and then you can keep once you get them in to click on your ad, you can just keep retargeting them. You know what I mean?
And if you guys have a tracking pixel on your website, actually you can use it to your advantage, because then you can say, well, let's say you want to send out a mailer, like a email subscriber list or whatever, or whatever promotion, you want to send it to people who spend a certain amount of time on your website, not someone who goes to your website and then leaves after 2 seconds. You want to send or target to only people who will spend maybe more than 30 seconds or a minute on your website. You know what I mean? That way you know the interest is there.
Yeah, because we
gotta talk a little later then, man.
Yeah, for sure. Because we get a lot of notifications, like probably every other minute of some visitor actually visiting our website. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely get
that was me this morning getting all the facts.
Oh yeah, man. We definitely have to sit down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just a little bit, one, two. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Well, let me ask you a question. What made you guys decide to pick your current location? You guys are located on Rainbow and Sahara, right?
Rainbow and Sahara. Well, we went through multiple locations just to find that one. We actually saw that one, and then we kind of like passed it by.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna lock into one like that's like around Summerlin, and then all of a sudden like we just had a bad feeling about it.
I was like, nah, this is not it.
Yeah, and Jay was not feeling. I'm like, all right, then if you're not in, I'm not in. So we dropped that. And all of a sudden, this came up again, and it was they gave us a better deal, and that's it, man. It just kind of just fell into our laps, honestly, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we like realized it's such a really good location, you know, right next to BMW, right next to Harley Davidson, right behind Buffet Asia. Like it's right there. It's like central to every single location, 25 minutes from literally everywhere. So yeah.
And you know what's crazy too? Like, you know how life, we just go, you know, sometimes in circles, but it's crazy how the paradigm shift that occurred 6 years ago at that BMW dealership, fast forward 6 years later, we open up the gym right across the street. So it's just crazy how life works.
Crazy.
Life is crazy, man. I literally found out about you guys. I don't know. I didn't even know how I found out about you guys. I think I was just Googling like gyms near my area, and you guys are literally like a maybe 5-minute drive away, 4-minute. And I literally just DM'd you guys on Instagram. It must have been Jay that I was talking to.
This Jay takes care of the Instagram.
Right.
So let's talk about this expense you guys got going on.
Yeah.
You guys mentioned PR smoothie.
PR smoothie bar.
What is that?
It's a perform and recover smoothie bar.
Ooh.
Performance and recovery.
Perform and recover
Perform
smoothie.
and recover.
Correct. So like people can, the whole concept is so they can grab a pre-workout to perform, and then grab a post-workout to recover. So perform and recover smoothie bar. We're gonna offer smoothies, yogurt, coffee.
So real quick, my bad. What helps with recovering after a workout? What type of
protein.
Just protein?
Protein,
okay.
carbs.
Yeah. Got it.
Protein, carbs, and also you got to get your EAA and your BCAAs. So your
what's that?
Essential amino acids.
Oh.
So that's gonna get you in the anabolic state, and also you have your branch chain amino acids, and that's gonna be have you the anti-catabolic state. So with that together, it's gonna create a synergistic effect. So you have to take that while you train, so you don't have your muscles deteriorate or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you can actually have your muscles grow.
But a supplement is a supplement. So your first step is your diet. You have to get your nutrition right before you can supplement it. So that's what I tell people. That's what I tell people. You have to get your food. You have to get your nutrients through your diet first, and then you can. And then if you want to start amping things up, and then you put some supplements in there, some creatine, some BCAAs, some whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And also too, it's all about nutrition timing. So you got to understand, like, okay, what am I gonna do in 2 to 3 hours? Okay, then I'll go ahead and eat that. So like before the week even starts, you got to meal prep, and you actually got to, make sure everything's all planned out, ready to go. Because if your meals are not ready, then shoot, you're gonna just go ahead and eat this jerky or eat this candy or eat this snack or just munch on this and munch on that, and then over time, we'll be at a point where it's like, oh damn, what just happened?
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about fasting? People who fast.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm all about it.
Yeah, Carlo fasted.
Intermittent fasting is probably the best thing.
How many hours do you do?
Okay. Well, when I was back in the day worried about my body, I would do 16-hour fasts, and sometimes 18-hour fasts, and I would eat for 6 hours.
Same here.
Yeah.
And I loved it, man. I was probably in the best shape of my life. I trained fasted. I was strong when I was fasting. And even after the gym, like I would go to the gym in the morning, I would fast, and I would still wait, and then I would just break it with like 2,000 calories. I loved it, man. It's the best. I don't know. I'm a fan about it. It increases hormones. It increases so much. It regenerates your organs. It just does so much for you that you don't even know. And I mean, it just takes us back to like caveman days, you know, we live in a society where food is so available to us. And
everywhere. You guys have a McDonald's across the street, across the parking lot from you guys.
We do, man. So it just takes you back into like we eat when we can, you know, and let your body digest essentially.
Yeah. So for me, like my opinion, if I did intermittent fasting, I would die.
Damn.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you found that out for your body?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like
when I train in the morning and then I haven't eaten breakfast, I feel weak. I don't feel explosive.
You get dizzy and shit.
Yeah, not dizzy, just like not explosive, not
Damn,
strong.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because like you know, I'm all muscle, so like I only have like 10% body fat, and sometimes maybe like 6, 7.
Damn, bragging much?
No. Well, I'm just saying. So like that's why I really need to eat a heavy breakfast.
Yeah.
Like I actually have to eat about like 6,000 to 8,000 calories to actually
for
perform.
breakfast.
No, the whole day.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually have to eat like 2 meals at a time, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and just like eat all kinds of nuts, avocados, and all that. Yep. And I take my alpha GPC for my brain neurons and everything for the morning, my bone broth so I could feel a lot more stronger, strengthen the intestines, and make my skin look all nice and stuff.
Yeah. That whole thing, everybody's different.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
And you never know.
We have a buddy of ours, Gabe Ing. We had him on the podcast a couple months ago. And he does fasting too, but he's on another level, bro.
Really?
Like he does 24-hour fasting, so he only eats once a day.
I've heard that.
He only eats once a day, and then also he'll do like every month twice a month. I think he'll try to do like a 3-day fast.
Plus he's doing like yoga and
probably
all
looks
that
great.
Shit. I'm like,
yeah,
he probably looks great,
bro. He's on that like meditation route where it's like completely like, you know, that Zen stuff. Yeah. He put a video on Instagram the other day where he's just like doing the yoga pose or the meditation pose, and he's moving his bowels, and you can see his bowels move inside of his body. It's like, bro, that's crazy.
Wow.
You're gonna like live longer than anybody else on this planet.
And I mean, like, that's the thing, man. Like, they're like to tell people again, like, there's not one diet that's like the end all be all, man. Like, you have to find out what your body responds to, man.
Exactly.
And like, like your body, it goes back to like ages and like how what your ancestors used to eat and like what your ancestors did, you know, for work and stuff like that. Like, you have to find out like what works for you. Carlo, what's good? What's a good diet? Keto. What's a good diet? Intermittent fasting. What's a good diet? Like, I'll name you the good diets. But they're all good if you stay consistent with it.
If you stick to them,
And if you find out which one works for you, and that's it. Everybody is different. There's not one diet that we're all about. It's just diet, nutrition, and discipline that we're about. That's it.
Boom! You guys heard it here first. Boom. Dude, remember when I was fasting? I did the longest fast I ever did was 26 hours.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Like once I hit 20, like I think it was once I hit 20 hours.
Yeah.
I was starting to get like fatigued. I was like, oh shit, like I can't do this. But I powered through it, bro. And once I got to like 23, 24 hours. I was good again.
Yeah,
you know, it's like that hunger you get. That hunger you get. If you ignore that hunger and just power through, bro, like it for some reason your body just forgets about it.
No,
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. It just depends on what you. Okay, it just really depends on what you want to do. You know, if you want to do performance, you know, like the one meal 24-hour fast is not a good way to go.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you want for aesthetics, that is a great way to go, and that's why I said he probably looks great because like that's essentially for aesthetics. You know.
I don't think he weighs more than like 75 pounds, bro.
So
he's a skinny little guy.
And for Jeff, like he eats because he needs to perform. Yeah. Like he has lifts that he needs to get done in that day. And if he doesn't eat right, he won't get those lifts. And like in failing in his program is not an option.
Yeah, so I gotta hit all my numbers every day.
Every day
he has to hit his numbers. So it's essential. You have to have a diet that fits your lifestyle.
Do you guys use any apps?
No.
iPhone apps to help track?
I used to do MyFitnessPal back in the day. Back in the day, see MyFitnessPal.
Nick does Avatar Nutrition. That's super precise right there.
So what is it you guys look for when you guys are looking to hire a new trainer, bring on a new coach, whatever it is? What do you look for in them?
Well, there's a lot of traits, but just the coachability and just understanding how to coach. They're friendly, they're a people person. They understand training and programming. Can you hear me?
You put the camera on them.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
There you go. Go for it.
Yeah. So we look for that. We look for experience. We look for just like the desire to learn and grow and just evolve and just become a better coach for the clients. Because, at the end of the day, it's not the trainers, it's not the coaches. It's all about the clients and the members.
Yep.
And just providing just service and just delivering on what you said to them.
Correct. I mean, people will talk all the time, and like, especially in an interview process. I mean, you're literally trying to blow smoke up our asses, you know,
and we see it,
and we see it, but that's why we have a two-stage interview, three-stage interview process where we actually have them coach another athlete how to do certain positions like squatting, deadlifting, those specific movements that you need to know adequate, biomechanics to do it, and not just because you have this certificate, that certificate doesn't mean that you know how to perform those things most of the time, because like reading it and saying like, okay, I understand how that works. And then applying it to you is two different ways that you have to apply it.
Yeah.
Two different body types right here. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to know how to gauge that. Yeah. And we need to see that they know how to do that. Because at the end of the day, like they have to perform. Yeah. But if like I said before, like they just have to have a willingness to learn, right? Like we don't want them having all this knowledge too. It's like we want them to be eager to learn from us, and not just be like a closed book,
Right.
Because closed books don't work.
Right.
And
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that. Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say, Jeff.
Damn, my bad. Well, also something that we look for too is just we don't want a trainer to overtrain somebody. We want, I guess, the lowest risk of injury as possible.
Yeah.
We just want anyone getting messed up.
People come back too.
Yeah, exactly. So we just gotta keep it simple. That's it. Stick to the basics.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Exactly. One of my last questions was gonna be for you guys. It was gonna be for Nick actually, but since it's not here, I'll ask you guys.
Okay.
Nick once said, "You can't out-train a bad diet."
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Diet is 80% of your results.
Mm.
So if you think 20% is going to take over 80%, then you're living a life of insanity.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying you can work out 6 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
If you go home, you eat 10 cheeseburgers and then you eat a pizza and all that stuff. It's going to undo completely everything you did and more.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
I mean, like, what is 6 hours? 6 hours. One, you're working out too much. Two, like it just doesn't equate, because 80% of your results is your diet. And so if you want to perform better, if you want to look better, 80% of your results is what you put in your mouth. Mm-hmm. You have to learn how to treat food as fuel and not as like a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
And the day that you decide to do that is the day that your life will change for the better for anything, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Very
nice.
Yeah, so it's super simple. It's just you got to be in a calorie deficit. So say if you're on point, you're eating 1,800 calories every day, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, you're like just going out to the bar. You're going to go eat this, eat that. And then you got a surplus of like 3,000. That adds up a whole lot. So that's all it is. You just got to understand, like,
if you cheat one day.
Yeah, exactly. And just like the exertion of calories that you're going to be doing, and also understanding your body type. Because like when you have a lot more muscle, your metabolism will be a lot more faster, and you won't be able to be gaining all that fat and all that weight.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at it too as like a week thing. Like you have to calculate your calories in a week. Like how many calories did I consume in a week, not a day, because sometimes you won't get your meals in one day, and sometimes you will overeat in one day. Mm-hmm. So you have to see what did I eat in a week, and then calculate it like that. Because then you'll start seeing like things will start compounding, and then you're like, oh, boom, this is why.
Yep, everything adds up. So say it took you 3 years to get to where we are right now. It's going to take exactly 3 years to reverse that and more.
Technically.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Technically.
Damn.
That's deep.
Yeah.
This podcast has been a long time coming, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I really, for real, appreciate you guys coming here. I know you guys are busy, man.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are always working.
Thank you.
Learning a lot about you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and post all your information down below this episode, so people can check you guys out. But do you guys just want to give a quick little outro and kind of just tell people where they can find you guys?
Yeah, man. 2350 South Rainbow Boulevard, Suite 1. No, 2360 Suite 1 is a new gym. Baby, right there, baby.
There you go.
We are expanding from 2,100 to 6,000 square feet, guys. We're going to have turf area. We're going to have a PR smoothie bar. We're going to have a full athletic training facility. Like, big things are coming, man. Big things are coming. We're going to be offering classes for those Summerlin moms, or those mamas, soon-to-be mamas. We're going to open up the gym for you guys, and that should be exciting as well. Anything you want to add, Jeff?
Yeah, man, just be a part of this evolution, because it's happening fast, and we would love for everybody to be a part of it.
Hell yeah.
You guys heard it here first. Make sure you guys check them out on Instagram at Smash Iron Fitness. I'll go ahead and post all your information down below.
Appreciate it.
Really appreciate you guys being on here.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I don't know what happened with that microphone.
Namaste.
Right but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next morning dinner.
Peace. Wow. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.